Hey everybody, Rose Matter here. I have been away for a week from YouTube. Didn't want to be, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I did have to take a week off. But I am back and excited to be making videos for you all again, and excited to get back into Delicious in Dungeon. So today we're going to be watching episode 6. And as for what happened last week, I had to have a little bit of a reminder because it's been 2 weeks since I watched it. It was a focus on Fallon, actually. You know, she is the driving force behind the whole series and the motivation for why the party is doing what it's doing. But we don't know too much about her. But other than knowing that she is a very skilled mage, and Marcel seems to really look up to her, and obviously she is Laos's dear sister that he cares about very much. Like we kind of learn her specialty, which is dealing with undead creatures, so zombies, ghosts, things like that. And they really felt Fallon's her absence in the last episode, as the party struggled to deal with the ghosts. But Senshi, being kind of like a good all-around party member, able to pick up the slack in a lot of ways, discovered a way using, of course, cooking abilities to create kind of like a liquid of some kind using different ingredients in order to kill the ghosts and turn them into ice cream. Actually, also we learn about a party of adventurers that seemed like they might be really important to the story. They got a whole introduction at the beginning. They're in, like the opening song. I can't remember his name, but he had the look of like an important character. He looked like he was a leader, like he was, I don't know, he just had main character energy a bit. And then cut to find out that they died before our guys found them, and they were taken in by, I believe they're called treasure bugs. I really like the idea of bugs that take on the like the form of treasure and jewels and things like that. It's very kind of like a mimic. It's that kind of idea, and I think that's really clever. But yeah, so other than learning about Fallon and the little bit of a fake out with that group of adventurers, that I figured, I was like, oh, our group is going to meet up with them at some point in this episode. They did in a way, but not what I expected. So that was kind of funny in a morbid way. Uh, but yeah, other than that, let's go ahead. I'm really excited after being away and not getting to watch Delicious in Dungeons for a bit. So let's go ahead and watch episode 6, and I'll give you guys my thoughts afterwards. Let's get into it. Marcel, she's so cute. Okay, so this is continuing right after. Oh yeah, I loved the part too where like Senshi just dropped the actual treasure, like had them drop it, because to him, treasure doesn't. It's not food, so it means nothing to him. That's true. They did basically just eat snacks in the last episode. They had like ice cream and treasure bugs essentially. That's spooky looking. Why do I have a feeling? Oh, okay. I was just about to say, I'm like, why do I have a feeling that those paintings are going to come to life? So they're dealing with the undead again. Be careful what you wish for. Whoa, okay. So is he saying that if, like, for example, there was gold in a living picture, you could take the gold out of the picture and use it? I love his line of thinking is just so interesting, we'll say. I love how Senshi is just on board all the time. He's like the hype man. It's just like Leos has these really out there ideas, and Senshi's like, yes, if it's food related especially, let's give it a try. It's given Mario 64 jumping into the paintings. I feel like this one is going to be a very comedic episode. Like the last episode was a little bit more emotional because it was focused on Fallon. Oh yeah, and there was that whole thing with the sword as well, where the sword kind of like helped him out in a way. Already some great uh facial expressions in this episode. Is he gonna eat some of the great faces, great top tier facial expressions? Is he gonna eat some of that food and then just like everyone's gonna be like, we need to kill this guy? Wait, what? What's up with that? Is he like afraid of babies or something? It's like as soon as he heard the name, did the name set him off? Is it like someone that he knows? What if it was he's like, I fucking hate babies? The painting failed the vibe check, basically. I love it. Okay, that's literally all it was. It's like the equivalent of like, I have to have my food, but I've got to find the right YouTube video to watch before I eat. It's like that, but with a painting. Oh no, naked. Uh-oh, am I gonna have to do some further editing for YouTube? Oh, is that the... I was like, is this the same king? Or is this a different group of people? Oh, shit. Okay, so it's the grown-up prince. Okay. Oh, oh, that looks real good. That looks really good. Oh, shit. He's like, the vibes are way off in this one. I can't eat in this environment. Oh my gosh, priorities. Oh, I bet whoever, I'm wondering if whoever that, I guess, like assistant or whatever, the elf, either poisoned that guy Delgil or maybe framed for it. Who knows? Maybe Senshi won't be making any food this episode, or maybe he's somehow gonna like I don't know, burn the paintings and like bake that into food somehow. And then there's that woman too. That woman keeps appearing as well. Maybe she was behind the poisoning. Look at me immediately being suspicious of like every character. Oh shit. Okay, the paintings remember. I mean, he does. He's very okay. So I guess the elf wasn't behind the murder, or maybe they are. And it's like you're gonna, you know, too much. I don't know. That's really interesting that the paintings remember, like the people in the paintings can remember this, or maybe it's just because it's an elf that they have. Oh, it's like the equivalent of like you have a really good dream and it's like, oh, none of that was real. You know what? Laos is all about like experimenting with stuff. It's basically he's like kind of like a scientist with monsters and stuff. He's like, I'm gonna try these things out and I'm gonna like write them down in my book and find out more about them. Okay, so the paintings were just a distraction. Okay, I was thinking that was gonna be more like that was gonna be the whole episode. Oh shit, a mimic! I mentioned that earlier. Chilchuck of anyone should be the most wary about mimics. Yet another thing that like Free Ren and this show kind of share in common. And I keep forgetting about the fact that these characters can like die and be revived. I like that Chilchuck finally is getting a little bit of screen time. Like I thought it was all going to be about Leos and going into those different paintings. Right? We really don't know too much about him, do we? Oh no. Oh no. Dude, you're the one who, like, of everyone shouldn't fall for that stuff. But I guess when you're hungry and desperate, you're not really thinking straight and tired. No, she's probably, yep, conked right back out. Yep. So I mean, it's a whole thing Marcel said, like, let us know more about you, open up more, you'll regret it, right? In a way, it's kind of true. It's like Chilchuck. He did tell her that he was going somewhere, but maybe he's like, I kind of wish that she had come with me. Though knowing Marcel, she would have somehow made the situation worse. Yeah, see, it's the whole thing. Like he's got to learn to rely on other people and stop trying to do everything himself. So if she had come with him, she actually would have been a lot of help. This is very D&D coded, isn't it? Like there's a mimic, there's a locked room. They give you all the clues, but you've got to figure out how to get out of the room. Oh, is that the mimic? Oh, golly. I wouldn't see a mimic as wow, that's not what I would assume. Like usually when I think of a mimic, I don't think of it looking like a crab monster. I have a feeling it is kind of like a crab, like flipping it over. Oh god, that's the way that it's like seafood, it's like a crab. Yeah, I'm guessing Senshi is probably going to do some sort of seafood bake with it. Once they eventually realize that Chilchuck is in danger. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh. Oh shit. All right. Well, there we go. There's a nice big old seafood bake right there. In a way, he ended up helping because he got them probably some food. Yep, yep. Yeah, we'll see about that. Wouldn't that be like the ultimate fuck you is to like to eat your enemy? I don't know. Dude is hungry. Oh, oh, that looks delicious. Mm-hmm. It's essentially it's lobster, right? Or crab. Yeah, it's crab. What? 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 God, he really does hate mimics, doesn't he? He's like, I don't even want those things touching it. Oh, what? Is he afraid that they're gonna like mess them up? He's like, oh, it touched a mimic. I. The faces are impeccable in this episode. Amazing. It's like, God damn it, it's delicious. Yeah. Yeah. Other Marcel's just eating it like a corn on the cob. She gets over it pretty quickly when she when she starts eating. It's because he was worried about them, I think. He acts all like cold and distant, but okay. See, here's some more lore. I like this. Makes sense, I guess. Treasure comes out of a treasure box. Right, right, right. That's the whole point of this episode. I was thinking that too. I was waiting for him to come out and say, like, I'm actually 45. Wait, quote, sir. Okay. Sometimes the subtitles on this aren't the best. All right, that was a good episode. That was a good episode, and it was about what I expected it to be in terms of like I was like I have a feeling that this could be a more comedic episode, and it was. And yeah, I like that we got more insight into Chilchuck. Like we already kind of knew about like his character being more, I guess I wouldn't say removed from the rest of the party, but I guess a little bit more distant. He does. It's like he says he likes to try and keep a a line between professional, like his business, and his personal life. He's like the equivalent of, well, you have that job, he goes in, he does his work, he clocks out, he goes home, he doesn't really socialize with his coworkers. But like you can tell deep down he cares because he did want to try and keep them out of trouble. I maybe it was more of a situation like they're gonna cause more trouble if I bring them, and in a way I'm sure that would be true, or he just feels like he's able to handle it himself. He wants to handle it himself. But I think it is also he wants to protect them. He doesn't want them to get hurt. But it is nice to see him open up a little bit more. I don't know, I was expecting him to be older, to be honest. Like when you have these characters who look very young, but it's in a situation like this where it's like a fictional world with different races. I was expecting him to actually say that he's like, oh, I'm actually, in my 40s or something. So 29, I'm like, okay, so that's a tidbit that we learned. And then the living painting thing was interesting. I thought for sure with like that elf, I thought there was going to be more. I thought the whole episode, to be honest, was going to be about like who poisoned the prince. What was his name? Like Delgan or something? And that was going to be Leo's figuring out, like, but why would that matter? You know, like in the grand scheme of things, that's not what they're there for. Like, that's, I guess that'd be the equivalent of like if you're doing a D&D thing, it's like, oh, here's this side quest. It's like they just get off track. It's like, here's these paintings, you have to find out who killed the prince. But I'm like, that's in the past. Who really cares? But I thought there was going to be more to it than that. But at the same time, I'm kind of glad that they branched away from that, and gave us a mimic. Finally, I've been talking about, like, when's a mimic gonna show up? We've got this fantasy kind of D&D inspired show. It's only a matter of time. We had the treasure insects, and now we actually got to see the mimic, which looked very different than I was expecting. I think mimics more to be, I don't know, like more gelatinous in a way. I didn't expect it to be kind of like a crab creature, but I guess there's different interpretations of them. And I like that they had the lore about how the treasure insects actually are the ones to, they're like the parasites that go in and they infiltrate the mimics, and they basically use their bodies to create more of them. I was like, okay, that's pretty neat. But yeah, overall that was a good episode. I actually am like, that whole living painting thing, is kind of fun as that was. I almost wish we had more of like the mimic stuff, but I think we got just enough of that to like get the picture of it. But it was good to, like, the last episode was kind of about Fallen a little bit, like learning more about her character. I also forgot to mention from the beginning, like, she seemed like a sweet character from what little we've heard about her or seen of her, but it was just, I liked that she would rather put like zombies and stuff, like when she hugged them, it's like she would rather send them off into the afterlife rather than kill them. It's like, show them kindness. It was like just a sweet, she seems like a sweet character, and that was just like a nice way of showing that. But yeah, so that was like focused on Fallen the last episode. This is like more about Chilchuck and him starting to open up a little bit more, because he seemed very hesitant to give information about himself at all. So I think the fact that he told them his age, maybe it's just to shut Marcel up, but I think it's a whole thing where he realizes, like, he could have been killed. I think he did have that moment with the spikes where he's like, saw his life flash before his eyes again. Not that he hasn't been killed multiple times by mimics in the past from what we could see. So death is not really that big of a deal in this world, it seems like, but maybe that was the moment where he's like, oh, maybe I can't do everything myself, and maybe I should actually rely on my party. But yeah, that was a really enjoyable episode. That was a lot of fun, and it was just great to watch another episode of the show. I really do enjoy it. So that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your patience while I had to take that break away from YouTube. So yeah, look forward to episode 7 coming out same time next week. Until next time, bye guys. Special shoutouts to my top tier patrons: Revealing Storm, Lynn's VA, Kenju Storm, Icognito, Sean, and Waz RD1.